because essentially it still sucks because I lost over like 10,000 wish lists. And why is that so important? Well, because if you wishlist the game, then Steam will send you a mail if the game goes on 20% discount or higher. And that's how developers make their money. Once the game...
One sec, guys. Okay. Sorry, the audio might be echoing for a minute. I'm just testing everything. Sorry, the audio might be echoing for a minute. I'm just testing everything. My audio is kind of loud on my mic, I think. Alright, hope that sounds better. It's kind of loud on my mic, I think. Alright, hope that sounds better. It's kind of loud on my mic, I think. Alright, hope that sounds better. It's kind of loud on my mic. Okay, testing. If you guys are in the stream, let me know if the audio is good. Okay, testing. If you guys are in the stream, let me know if the audio is good. Okay, I think audio should be good. I don't want the music to be too loud. I think audio should be good. We'll try that and see if that works. Try that. Okay, I'm gonna turn down my other stream now. I'm back live. Yeah, I just figured out hop on and try and actually do good today. I'm in a much better, much more rested state, so I think I can actually figure this out. Okay, so unordered set. Greetings and salutations, and massive salutations. Yeah, greetings to you, man. Okay, so if we want to see if it contains something. Okay. 07 means salute. That's cool. If set, we could just call this container. I use it in World of Warships. That's awesome, man. Container. If container, maybe. Contains. Container.contains. Wouldn't it be I? Oh, I guess you know what we could do? We could do this. Maybe something like that. Okay, so that's kind of half right. I mean, that's definitely better than yesterday. Okay, so input 1 2 3 3 1 2 3 4. Let's see. Oh, wait. We need to make sure that because it's just gonna say if it contains. We need to make sure that it takes care of the duplicate itself. So. Also, let me know if audio and everything is good. All good, awesome. Okay, wait. Let's see. By converting the entire vector into set, How would you use the size of the set to determine if duplicates were present? Oh, okay, gotcha. So I'd probably need to say dot size is greater than container dot size return false. Okay, so that handled case 2, and then now we need to do if container dot contains I return false or return true. Just kidding. Wait. If oh wait, maybe it would be true. There we go. I said false, not true. Okay, so basically we're saying if our size is greater than the set that we made, then it does contain a duplicate. That makes sense. Because a set contains unique values, and so we can't store more than one of the same value. Hooray! Okay, finally got something done. I need to work on the 2 pointers for sure. I'm just gonna leave it there for now, and I'm gonna work on C++ a little bit. What Linux distro do I not like? I haven't really used any that I don't necessarily dislike. I heard that Pop! OS is kind of janky. I can tell you the ones I do like. I really like Fedora. I like Arch Linux. I like Linux Mint. Yeah. It's kind of all I can think of at the moment. Solus? Never heard of it. Looks pretty simple. Huh, interesting. we'd use a vec2 since we're in 2D space, so we'd say camera position. And then we can set the origin at 0, 0. And then we'd also need our direction. So we can kind of just follow along the OpenGL. But I'm going to try and accommodate it for 2D instead. Camera, target. Camera direction. The name of the direction, the name direction vector is not the best chosen name since it is actually pointing in reverse direction with the targeting. The next thing we need is a right vector that represents the positive x-axis. I actually don't think we'll need that. In a 2D camera, in OpenGL, do we need a look at matrix? So we do need to define projection matrix. Okay. Using GLM. Passing it to the shader. This function defines the left, right, and bottom, near, and far clipping planes. Okay. Okay, transformation matrix. The core of a 2D camera is a matrix that transforms world coordinates into screen coordinates. The standard order of operations for a 2D camera is translate to origin. Okay, so translate to origin, rotate, scale, and translate to position. So the only problem okay, let's look at this tutorial maybe.
Hello guys, today we're going to be talking all about orthographic projection. I feel like this is a topic that's often not covered very deeply in a lot of tutorials, so I wanted to spend some time on it. And within our code here, which is going to be up on GitHub, I've made a little 2D game, and it looks a little something like this. Very straightforward. We have our player over here, and we have just like a little level with something to jump over. and we have an end goal over here. A and D are the move keys, spacebar to jump. So there's 3 different states of this game. There's either you're playing, which means you can move around and jump and collide with stuff and stuff like that. And it's a little buggy. I just custom wrote this colliding code real quick, so there's some weird things like you can, there's a lot of logic to write. So we'll go through it here in a second. But so you can be playing, or if you fall off an edge, you lose and you get this X for 3 seconds. That's 2D plat text. Keep going. Starting from the main, let's flip through it. I've added a few new things.
I should probably work on my devlog, because I did say I would get it out this week, and I haven't worked on it yet. Let's see. I want to make a 2D zoom in / out camera. Oh my gosh. What did I do? I want to make a 2D zoom in / out camera for my solar system simulator. In OpenGL, GL, and C++. What online resources can you find that can help me with this, so I can learn it? Because I feel like it's different with 3D, and I want to make sure that I'm going to the right place. How would a 2D camera differ from a 3D one? A 3D camera uses a perspective projection, which makes objects smaller. A 2D camera uses orthographic projection, which keeps everything the same size. In 2D, you move along the Z. Okay, so instead you zoom by shrinking or expanding the bounds of the orthographic projection itself, essentially changing how much the world fits on your screen. So in short, 2D camera really just comes down to managing 2 things: a position pan and a scale zoom. Would the position be stored in a vec2 as well as the pan? What is the ideal data type for those variables? Position and pan will both be GL and vec2 since you're only working in X and Y. Zoom would just be a single float since it's a uniform scale. So your camera state would probably only need 3 variables: GLM vec2 position, float zoom, and vec2 origin. Okay, so that makes sense. So we actually just need our origin, so we could say GLM vec2 origin is equal to GLM vec2 0.0f 0.0f GLM vec2, what was it again? Position. Camera, I'll just say camera position. And we could just initialize it as 0.0. And then we could just say camera origin. Okay, and then we would need I guess we could just say these are our camera state. And then we could say camera scale. And then we could just say our zoom, basically. So we could just say float zoom. And then we could just initialize it to 0.0 f. Okay, so that would be our private local variables. I guess we would probably initialize it with the origin, so camera position, and then we could just say position, camera position, qualified name is not allowed. I don't know if that's the correct syntax for that. Oh. Well, let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's right. And then, so I guess we would need a setup projection or orthographic projection. So we would want to be able to create a transformation matrix to apply scale, and then create a pan transformation as well. Also, let me turn the music back on. Okay. Why do you do that? Why do I do what? Like, why am I doing what I am when it comes to that projection matrix? Or setting up the camera, I mean. Let's see. So we have our position. We got that set. I guess we could technically... We don't really need a speed, actually. We do need an input though, so we could probably just set a utility class that holds our input. So actually we already have that, so user input. So we could include user input. Like, why did you want to learn OpenGL and C++? Oh, that's a great question. So I'm a software engineer, and I just personally wanted to, like, one of my goals or my dreams, I guess you could say, is to build my own game. I love gaming. I grew up with it. I have built using proprietary game engines like Godot before, but I've enjoyed learning C++ specifically, and I found that learning OpenGL is a really good starting place to just get the fundamentals of graphics engineering, or graphics programming, as well as game development, because there's a lot of important things that you don't really get to control in other game engines. So it's kind of for fun, but also for learning mainly. So yeah, if you have any more questions, let me know. So our mouse input, we could just say we could just call this like mouse input zoom in / out, and we could just say void mouse. Actually, we just do user input mouse callback. We would need to pass our window. Now we could just pass it a... We'll just do this for now. We'll fill it there. That's really cool because I've always wanted to make my own game too. Never got the motivation to actually start. Yeah, it really all just takes... It just takes one step a day, you know, to making something. And I think that you should definitely, if it's something that you've wanted to do, you should try at least, you know. It takes work, but you don't have to, like, you just put in like 20-30 minutes a day. That's plenty of time to learn, you know, and it's fun. Okay, so orthographic. Perspective projection. Okay, let me look at how they've kind of done it. Oh, that's smart. They have a I'll do something similar. So process input. Yeah, and if you have more questions, Bastion, let me know. I appreciate you being here. And also in the description there is the Discord link, which let me pull that up actually, and I'll put it in the chat. If you guys want to join the Discord, chat. Not that. That is not the right link. We'd love to have you guys there. Yeah, I mean, sure, I'll join. Yeah, feel free to hang out. I mean, if you have questions about like gaming stuff, like where you should start and making your own game, I'm happy to. And we have a bunch of people who know C++ and also just game development as well. One of our members, Wizard, is working on a solar system simulator similar to what I was doing. In fact, for you guys new here, one of the things, my last project that I'm still working on, but I just kind of finished up, is a solar system simulator, using what I have learned so far with Learn OpenGL. I don't know why it's deciding not to open. Let me just try and open it up here. Side projects, no. Oh, here it is. Okay, it's deciding to be dumb now. I'll show you in a little bit. Anyways. Oh, wait. I am so dumb. I totally thought I was working on the Learn OpenGL. Here's what I made. I'm totally working on my solar system simulator. Not this. Okay, so right now we have our solar system working basically. I was able to draw all these sprites and everything and get everything working from scratch. I am using other code like from the Learn OpenGL tutorial to like kind of figure out what to do on my own, but I'm still trying to do it from scratch for the most part. But yeah, what we're trying to do right now is to make sure that you see when I zoom in and out, the window stays the same size. We're working on a camera to where even if we move the window size, everything stays center, and basically it pans and clips to the center. Because right now it's only staying in the constant spot. So if we make a camera, we can move around and do all sorts of stuff, which is awesome. Also, I've seen you're using Linux, which is something that I want to use, but I have so many problems with Wi-Fi stuff. Yeah, I actually daily drive a MacBook, but I have a Linux desktop, and I 100% love it. I would choose it over Windows, but you just have to make sure you choose something that supports the drivers for your hardware. Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. My goal would to be, honestly, I think my first game, I want it to be some sort of space game. I don't know, I feel like space is so fun. Okay. Sorry about that. That's cool. Personally, I've always been a fan of voxel games like Minecraft, Vintage Story. No, that's sweet. I think a voxel game would be so fun too. I actually would love to try something like that eventually. I don't know. I want to do something 3D for sure, but 2D, like you saw with this, like pixel art is fun too. You can do a lot with it. It just takes a lot of time to make a game. Okay, so we can have our input to process when we want to zoom in and out. So we can kind of just, we could also probably just use our user input. So user input, process input. We don't have really a direction. We have more of like the camera movement is, where's that defined? Oh, I see. So we have an enum for camera movement, which we could do something like that, where we could just move left and right. But I think we're not really going to use our keyboard as much. We're just going to use our mouse to like pan around. But we can just add it just in case. My goal, honestly, I would love to make a Zelda type game, adventure game. I think it would be fun. Bro, what is your advice for CS students? Like, what courses I should take and focus on? That's a good question. Depends on what field you're going into. Like, if you're just doing a full stack type of engineering, I would say definitely focus on building projects. Like, if you're looking into specific courses, data structures and algorithms are obviously super important. I would also say that system design is probably the most important class that I ever took. Being able to build a system and understand the different parts and mechanics. Design patterns are a huge one. I would say design patterns should come after you do kind of the basic stuff, just because it allows you to write more efficient code. Yeah. Yeah, if you have more questions, let me know. Yeah, of course. Okay, so we could just do process mouse movement. Mouse callback, scroll callback. Not scroll callback. Let's see, what does user input define? That takes our window, X position, and Y position. And process input just takes the window. Okay, we'll come back to that. For now, I'll just do constrained pitch. Expects the offset value in both the X and Y direction. Processes received. Oh yeah, constrained pitch would probably be our sensitivity. So I'm actually thinking of maybe starting with Unity because I've been on Roblox Studio for way too long and the platform is too limited performance-wise. That's a good point. If I might add a suggestion, I would say that if you are planning to make money, go to Godot. I think Godot is definitely more friendly for open source communities. You might not have as much there to work with, but in some ways I think that's a lot better. And plus you also have GDScript and C Sharp, which you can use, which is awesome. I just prefer Godot over Unity, and that's my personal opinion. But I think Unity's still good. Mouse sensitivity, where did they define mouse sensitivity? They just define it, I guess. Would we define mouse sensitivity and stuff like that in our user input class? We can just pass it in. Meh, Godot engine doesn't interest me that much. What I like with Unity is the burst mode for C# and the mature documentation. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Whatever floats your boat, man. I don't know. It's only because I just feel like I prefer open source stuff more, but I also don't think Unity's bad. Like, one of my favorite games of all time, Hollow Knight, was built in Unity, so there's nothing wrong with it. What are you looking for here? Feedback on the structure, or do you want to talk through? Would I add a scroll mouse movement method? Because I write super optimized code for my voxel game and then Unity compiles the code into super fast C#, I can't imagine the great performance if I write super optimized code for my voxel game. Yeah, but that's not necessarily a Godot problem. That's just like you said, that would be code optimization for performance. Because, like, if you think about it, if you think about it, like, if you're using C#, you're basically getting the same performance. You just have to make sure that, I don't know, it's all preferred on, like, how you prefer your setup, you know? But I agree that, like, Unity is a good engine still. And then you have crazy people like me who want to make my own engine, you know? Let's see, so you could, but mouse callback already serves that purpose since GLW calls it every time the mouse moves. You just handle the pan logic inside rather than needing a separate method. Scroll callback handles zoom and mouse callback handles pan. Okay, that makes sense. So I basically would just need to go back here. Is Godot easier than Unity? I think so. Let me show you what I have. Godot. Well, let me see. Godot. Let me download it really quick. First of all, Godot is open source. You have a really big community there. Everything is free, so basically any money you would make on your game all goes to you rather than what it would to Unity. That's small for some people, but I feel like if I was going to make a game and sell it, I would want to take 100%. Unity probably has a longer history. Alright, let's see. This is copy path. to downloads. Okay, so we got our engine running. So let me show you here. First of all, you have mobile compatibility. It's super simple. That's what I like about Godot. You have it very simple. It's super configurable. Let's see. Tenth says, well, Godot has its own programming language. It's Python-like, and you can use C# in it. It also is open source. Unity you have to pay to sell. Unity was the first game engine I used. Yeah, so, I mean, if you look at Godot right here, super easy and simple. I think that you don't need, if you're making your first voxel game, you could easily make it in Godot. It has a really good physics library. We can literally just add, it uses nodes. So if I wanted to make a scene, I guess we could, I would start by making a folder that's like scripts. That's basically where, you know, all of our stuff goes, scenes, you know, breaking our game down into different parts, and then we would have our assets, you know. But we have all these different nodes. We have nodes for 2D gaming, or 2D parts and 3D parts. And we have like our collision shapes, we have we have pathfinding. I would say that if you're going to make a voxel type game, for example, you could probably utilize using a grid system of some sorts, and also a mesh instance, so you could use a mesh as well. But anyways, there's lots of reasons I would suggest this, especially just because it's simpler, and it's open source and it's really clean. I love it. Like, when I make my official game, I will probably use Godot, in my opinion. So it's worth checking out, is my opinion. Like, that's all I would say. Like, at least give it a chance before you jump into Unity. Also open source, like I said. So let me show you, maybe showcase. Slay the Spire 2 was built in Godot. Super popular game. One of the best games that's come out recently. Lots of just fun little roguelikes and stuff like that. Brotato is definitely a super popular one. So it's not as popular as Unity, but it's getting up there. I agree, Godot is simple to use. When I first tried making a game in Unity, I kind of got overwhelmed. Also, another thing, here's another huge thing that I hated about Unity, is the size that it takes up on your computer. Like, it takes up so much storage, and I think that's a big downside, especially if you're working on like a laptop, where you don't have as much space. I mean, it just depends on what you care about, but for me, I just don't like how much space it takes up on my drive. So Godot literally is like, let's see how big of a 96.2 megabytes. It's super tiny. Yeah, the space too. My old PC took up way too much of my drive, as I didn't like it that much. Yeah. Definitely. So the next one would be connecting the user input class would need a reference to your camera 2D. So it can call things like pan or zoom when input events fire. I'm going to tackle that connection next. So user input would use camera, not the other way around. Wait, 96.2? Isn't Unity like 6 gigabytes? I thought Unity was like way bigger. Let's look at Unity really quick. Because Unity has like you have to download the executable and then on top of that it will install onto your machine. Like, I'm not hating on Unity at all. I actually think, I mean, look at this. Like, all these games have been built in Unity, which is big. But it's really less about the engine and more about the people who develop them, in my opinion. You'll look? Yeah, that'd be great. Camera doesn't need to know anything about input. It just exposes methods. Okay. So our camera just really needs to... Okay. So we could have a set pan and set, or a pan and a set zoom. Okay. And provide to modify it like pan and set zoom. It has no knowledge of GL. All the GLFW callback logic lives in user input. That makes sense. Okay. Google overview told me Unity was like 4 to 12 gigabytes and Godot's 28 to 190 megabytes, but it might be hallucinating. It's really up to the dev, but Godot's better for most beginners. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that I would say that, like, if you're a new dev, absolutely go with Godot. It will be a lot better of an experience. Just the launcher to install Unity is 145 megabytes. I'll see this total size soon. Yeah, that sounds good. Could you help push or help help me with method names? We need a orthographic projection, 2 transformation matrices. Wait, no. A transformation matrix and a pan and zoom method. Actually, I probably don't even need the AI to help me with this. 8.97 gigabytes. Yeah. I mean, let me look at Godot again. Let me look at the info for it. Properties. 139 megabytes for the executable. It's pretty insane. I'm just coding my programs in Raylib. 500 kilobytes. Yeah, dude. I love Raylib. Like that, if... I think Raylib's kind of fun. I kind of stopped coding with a game engine a while ago. That's fair, man. Get transformation matrix, pan, and set zoom. Okay. Pan, camera, set zoom. Okay, so Wait, what's Raylib? Raylib is it's like a graphics library, kind of similar to C++, or sorry, OpenGL, but it's a lot more robust, I would say. Like, it's more for game development, I would say. Like, it probably would be easier to make a game with this than OpenGL, which it totally would be. I mean, just a graphics library, basically. Like, you can see this stuff is... This is in Raylib. Pretty fun stuff. Okay. So our get projection matrix. Let's see if I'm doing this right. That's cool. Yeah. Dude, that's another thing is, like, before you jump into making a game, try out different stuff. I don't know if you know C++ at all, but, like, Raylib also works with C#. I know you talked about knowing C#, so try it out. My first experience with any type of graphics programming was Raylib in college. It was really difficult at first because I didn't know. I just came from Python, but it's so fun. I don't have problems learning. The problem is the syntax for me. Yeah, and that's what documentation is helpful for, you know. And also AI, like I said, I'm not trying to use AI to solve, like, to make my games for me. I use it to help me with suggestions and, like, if I have questions, you know. It's pretty good at providing general overview questions, not for the deep diving stuff. So we would not need to handle that keyboard. Okay, so we could probably just go into our camera. Init window, begin shader mode, end shader mode, draw texture, for example. The names for functions in Raylib are basically plain English. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing about programming is you can also, I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of simplicity you can name and have in function naming. Position and camera origin. Blah, blah, blah. For example, he's making a camera 2D right now, I think. Not sure. But in my IDE with Raylib, I just typed camera 2D and it auto-completed like 5 lines and made a camera. Yeah, exactly. Raylib already is basically like a complete out-of-the-box library for you to use, which I think is amazing. Let's see. Currently failing at adding post-processing to a small game I made it in, but that's probably because I forgot how to code GLSL. Yeah, GLSL luckily is not too complicated, like for shader stuff. What is the syntax for that? Oh, I see. This would just return a GLM map for them. Projection matrix. Oh, I see. I forgot the return type. GLM mat4 is the common shorthand. Oh. mat4. Oopsies. Okay, I'll go to sleep because I'm getting late for me. Just a quick question. But do I do live often? Also +1. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, I try and stream at least like 2 or 3 times a week. Every day if I can. So I'll try and stream tomorrow for sure. I appreciate you for the support. Feel free to join the Discord if you guys want. And I also appreciate everybody who's a new sub. Also, projection is currently uninitialized. You'll want to initialize it. Oh, we could just return them. I see the problems. We don't want to just create a new variable. Wait. One sec, my cat's opening my door. Dude, you're so funny. Bro, my cat legit just like decided to come up and open my door. I also just tuned into your live stream recently. What exactly are you coding? I'm making, hold on, I don't know if I can run it at the moment. Oh, no, I can. I'm making a solar system simulator with OpenGL. I don't know the time for you, but good night, day. And I did join the Discord, by the way, and your channel Get Rolls is empty. Of course it is. I need to fix that. Thank you. I will work on that. Cats tend to do that. Yeah, come here, buddy. Come here. He decided to roll over. Here, I'll show you him. This is my son. He's super chill. I see that sounds like a cool project. It's based on any real astronomical data. Yeah, I'm using, I'm trying to work to it. So right now I'm using hard-coded values for every planet, but I'm going to work on actually calculating the gravity for every single planet so that it orbits in real time and everything. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. The identity matrix. Okay, I'm gonna take a break there for now, guys. I think it's pretty getting late for me, so I probably should be done for now. But we got quite a bit done on the camera. And I met a lot of you guys, which is so fun. Okay, I think I'm going to end stream for tonight. If you guys have any questions, feel free to join the Discord. Please feel free to sub if you guys are new. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to work on a devlog this weekend, kind of showcasing what I've learned and what I'm doing. So, yeah, thank you guys for being here. I will talk to you guys later. See ya.